Okay, I think that's enough dawdling for now. Just making some extra adjustments. Where did I go? Oh, okay, there I am. It was just acting up on me. But yes, hi everybody, welcome to the stream. Glad you were all here. The text is very small. I'm gonna have to go take care of that at some point. But in the meantime, just want to say hi, Metro Red T-shirt and CO 2727 Productions and T6025, well, aka Jagged Jail Fries. Welcome everyone to the stream. Hope your week has been going pretty well so far. My week's been kind of meh, but that's just me. Anything particularly special happened this week? Not really. Was there anything else I needed to add to the wheel? Because I always keep forgetting. Okay, so yeah, I still need to work on the models. I did... Ooh, that sounds nice. We could always use more of those in this world. Preferably the ones that aren't affixed into one location. That you can just plug and play wherever you feel like it, within reason. It has piqued my interest, though. The idea of Bluetooth and, to a more recent extent, Wi-Fi. There was a manufacturer who makes decoders for Wi-Fi of all things, and I thought that was kind of cool because you were able to program your own sounds into it for all the different positions for your locomotive to be more prototypical, or you could just do an absolute post and just do something like this. And those are my sentiments in my perspective, and I hope someday that I get a hold of one of those to kind of experiments, because it does let you use hardware to upload the sound files, and I thought that was kind of cool. And you can form consists like DCC / Bluetooth, etc., etc. But yeah, what else did I do this week? Tried to get some things done, didn't get very far. I did, however, finally muster up the wherewithal to continue crushing the roaches in the neighborhood finally, because the infestation is never ending, for the lack of a better term. I feel like I need to get one of those little roach motels and kind of just stick them around the neighborhood, see if that's a little bit more effective, because all you gotta do is just like stick some bait in there or something, unless it's already pre-baited, and then they just crawl in and then they can't crawl out because either they're not smart enough or they just can't reach up to the passageway that they entered so that they can exit. Kind of works like a lobster trap now that I think about it, or crab trap. Or a yellow jacket trap, or really all sorts of traps. It's very confusing as to why invertebrates from the phylum Arthropoda are so terrible with their sense of direction. Because they seem to be perfectly happy navigating the tightest of spaces, but the moments you stick them in something that they don't know how to navigate out of, they get stuck and they just succumb to the elements. But we're off into the office hours. So, oh, also, Tay-san posted yesterday at 10:18 p.m. local time. Attention, due to technical difficulties, this area is closed until further notice. Apparently, there were so many cursed trains it broke a channel for it. We apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your understanding. Thank you. And then all the replies, which I can't necessarily show because of the formatting of the web page, shows 20 thumbs up emojis, one cry laughing emoji, one Penn Central emoji, one pregnant man emoji, actually two, older man emoji, and that was it. But we're in office hours, so we can go check out to see if there's anything new here. And there's not. Off to the MTI server. I'm trying to think if there was anything new here. Was this where you left off? I gotta check my calendar again. So yeah, last week it would have been the 31st. This is the 15th. This is this is the 31st. Okay, yeah, this works. WAMX kind of rings a bell. Belt Railway of Chicago. Actually, no, wait, we did see this. Yeah, we saw this. My mistake. On to the next one. Dual cab P42DC. Absolute classic. What else do we have here? We've got Metro North in charter livery. Oh my goodness. We've got the 250th, but it's for the Chicago Metro. That's actually quite impressive of a Photoshop. And of course, we got ourselves
the Milwaukee Road.
Speaking of which, everybody's just got to remind me of these things, but it seems that I'm going to have to remember them myself. Let's see. Here it is. Let's grab the executable. If it'll load for me, please. Okay, it's loading. Oh, there's an update. That probably explains some issues, but for now, it should work. You should be able to type
the Milwaukee Road.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's working now. Excellent. For the Northwest Suburban Mass Transit. That's actually kind of interesting. Anyway, Regional Transportation Authority. I always thought these kinds of cars looked funny. Yeah, last one's a repost, or at least something we are familiar with. We've got... I don't know what's wrong with this picture, to be quite honest. Maybe it's just a tiny logo here on the safety cab. Oh, Algiers, Winslow, and Western. Don't think I've ever heard of that one before. Serving Washington County, the... What on earth is that? Bay-and-Kill Railroad? In some sort of goofy configuration of Chicago Northwestern green and white stripes, coupled with... I'm sorry, green and yellow stripes, with orange for some reason. Kaimichi. Still don't know what that is, and that makes it less cursed than it should be. Susquehanna. Susquehanna? I don't know what's so particularly egregious about this as a fantasy scheme. Palmetto. Not sure what to make of that. Anything else? No, that was the end of that. And that means it's time to head over to all the stuff that chat has to offer. Channel activity, go to channel, copy link address. I suspected as much, and we will get there as soon as I can. Let's see, that's 40 minutes. That's 2 weeks ago and 2 minutes. This is... Did we see this one? Short ride to the market? I'm not sure. There may be personal information based on proximity. I am trying to make heads or tails of some of this, though. Ooh, some of this looks new. Quite a lot of this is new. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is a lot. This is a lot to unpack. I guess we'll just try this one. And this one. I guess we can try these. If I haven't seen them already. We got this. Got some extra trains here. Metro. Metro, Metro. 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 Oh my god, there's so many things to look up. Is it push-pull configuration? I certainly hope so. But I guess that just makes more cursed, doesn't it? Now that is what I call some slick moves. Oh, and of course it ends with a crash. I should have seen that coming from a mile away. Which case that is super cursed.
I was happy in the hay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to sing over this. But I can't remember all the lines. But heaven knows I'm miserable now. I was looking for a job and I found one. But heaven knows I'm miserable now. You won't believe how many claims I got on the previous stream because there was copyrighted music to the end of time.
Bahamas with an O. Bahamas. It's one of the newest exclusive hotels.
Let me drive the boat.
Bahamas with an O. Bahamas. It's one
Sure, why not? At least
em về đêm anh
I'm an eagle. You're not an eagle. You're an adult man. I'm an eagle. I'm an eagle. You're not an eagle.
Oh, look at that. You found it.
I found it.
That means we can fix your car.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, right, this meme. Where they get the rear view mirror and then they just bring it over to a completely wrecked car. Oh, there wasn't anything inappropriate here. Just
Nick, let me out! No. Why not? Because every time you take more than 3 steps, you get accused of murder, and I am getting an aneurysm.
Oh, come on, it's only been like 4 times.
The fact you think that's normal is actually scary. 4 is a concerning amount of cats to own. I don't even have an analogy for 4 murder charges. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, but they're always false charges. It's not my fault.
Maya, last time you slipped on a giant banana peel, flew into outer space, landed in the country of Turkey, where your hand landed on a knife that had just been used to stab a dude, followed by you knocking over disinfectant on every part of the knife, except for the part with your fingerprints, but still removing the original killer's fingerprints, and there was a record of airport tickets you ordered online of going to Turkey at that exact time, which you apparently ordered while you were sleepwalking. So excuse me if I don't trust you to be unsupervised.
We are here for the trial of Maya Fey for nuking the country of Turkey.
I literally blinked! How could you get accused of that while I was blinking?
Nick, let me out.
This is a classic, this is an absolute classic, sound, bit. I'm trying to remember, was it from Doobus McGoobus? With his Ace Attorney parody video animation? You know, I just remembered something. My light has turned out again. It has a nasty habit of doing that. And it's making face tracking that much more difficult. Now then.
I fell out of bed. Huh? How'd you get over there? Over where? There. Where? There. How'd you get over there? What are we talking about? I fell out of bed.
Miss Rabbit has fainted. Miss Rabbit has fainted again. Miss Rabbit has fainted. Miss Rabbit has fainted again.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's my teacher here. Just wanted to announce, do you want me to make a metro conduct this train? Put a comment in this video. Well, at least try to.
Tough question. I'm not exactly sure how you do that.
Alternative fans.
Not train related. Moving on. Gonna avoid getting claims for that. Can you smell what the metro is cooking? Why he spin? Why you make
Holy
him spin?
crap.
I would spin around too, but I don't think I have it in me. Any posts here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I should have seen this message coming from a mile away. This looks nice. Still don't know if this exists. It does look very strange. Wish these types of metros liveries still existed. Oh, that's unfortunate. Anything else train related? Train related, train related, train related? No. So we should be able to take a closer look at this. I think it's extra cursed because there's the X button and the ellipses and the camera image here for some reason, suggesting this is a screenshot of some sort. Just an added touch of scuff in a world that has no shortage of it, but will never not have demand. Also kind of windy back there. I don't know what it is about, like, later 20th century industrial design where they thought they should just, like, make hard edges everywhere with a bit of smoothness on some corners and edges, but not others, and just flat surfaces instead of, like, I don't know, something more pleasant and aerodynamic. Anyway, off to the next posts. Oh, no, don't add as a mod. Do not add as a mod. Why is that one of the options? We saw this, I think, last week. Let's see this, though. Hello, CSX. Welcome to the stream. We're in office hours. Was there something you wanted to share with the chat? Or rather, the stream? This one's from 5 days ago. Let's see what we got on posts. Sub. This just reminds me of Desmond the Moon Bear. Yeah, I for some reason, it's obnoxiously loud. I understand why. I'm suspecting this locomotive is under renovation at the park, or it's just being covered because of the weather. Can you build with bananas? I don't know. I wouldn't risk it. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going and going and going and going. Well, yes, but also I think it also has something to do with the choice of what's it called? Whistle in particular and the flow rates through the valve. Because they could have reduced the flow rates somehow, I imagine. Based on the fittings and all that. Classic. Oh yeah, this is... I think we saw this? Yeah, we probably saw this. Just double checking to be sure. Yeah, just a regular train. We got ourselves a railgun. Oh my gosh, that's really big. Let me zoom out. It's still kind of cropped off, though. That's one of the things about YouTube posts. They always crop it off. You can't have, like, ultra widescreen stuff. And I think it's ridiculous. I think I just did, actually. Let's see, working together, teaser, go sub here. I think this is a bit cursed. If only because the perspective is a bit off, but it's still better than most. I think the exception being the trucks over here, because they aren't hooked up together like they're supposed to be. Here on the flip side, we actually have someone who followed the memo. It still has the... what is it? It still has the Pennsylvania Railroad crest on the front, even though it says Daisy Pacific Railroad here. Yep, definitely centipede tender. Super duper cursed because it doesn't look like there's any articulation there whatsoever. So it's going to be very difficult to navigate on turns. And my base tracking is acting up again. Just going to open this in a new tab. Open this in a new tab. The locomotive from my summer car. And it's been cropped off. Well, yeah, that's understandable, I guess. Another Pacific type. Unfortunately, also cropped off, which makes it cursed. This is probably also going to be cropped off, as suspected. And I think this is the same one. Okay, where are the rails and how did I get here? First thing that comes to mind when I see this? Desmond the Boom Bear. How did I get here? Streetcar 2740. Yep, that's definitely cursed. I'll give it time, though, to let you cook on your skills. Brown Streak Railroad. All you had to do was follow the dang train, CJ! This is ultra super duper cursed. I didn't even know. I completely forgot that the railway was called the Brown Streak. I gotta confirm that. Yep. GTA Wiki, it is the Brown Streak Railroad. Oh my goodness. They knew what they were doing. Rockstar knew exactly what they were doing when they gave it that name. If you recorded it sideways, you probably would have had it in widescreen / landscape. Just food for thought. Metro spelled wrong. I guess that counts as cursed. Daisy Pacific again. Cropped, and let's see. Happy National Train Day, which just passed a few weeks ago. Actually, it was 2 months ago. Gosh dang it. There must be something happening, but I just can't put my finger on it. As if the abundance of miniature railway 424 CP Huntingtons wasn't enough. Yeah, that's cropped off. That's cropped off. I swear it just squanders everyone's creativity this way. And this is very small. I can't make heads or tails of it. That's unfortunate. This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Well, I mean, I don't know what it is with your phone. I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than happy to record sideways. I can't imagine why not. What kind of make or model of phone that would cause that. And of course, unfortunately, we have this cropped off as well. But at least it matches the actual photo. That's atrocious. Speaking of, why did he look like he looking at me funny? Why he look like that? Anyway, I think that's all for here. Or at least I would hope. Let's head on over to our next channel. Let's see if we got anything goofy here. Because it looks like we do. Quite a lot, actually. Actually, do we see this one? I feel like we must have at some point. Or at least I would hope. Shorts. Anything in shorts? Oh, right, this is a slop from ages ago. Or at least a decent chunk of it is. That's Sora. Is this also Sora? Because if it is, we're gonna have to skip it. It's got the lettering correct. Which usually AI videos at the current period of time are not particularly great at. Ugh.
I'm a man. I'm a Canadian. I am a Christian. I'm for real. I'm a white guy. I'm ready to kill. I'm a primitive. I'm like a raccoon in the garage. I basically am a fraud. I'm a patriot. I am 1776. I'm liberal. I'm a reptoid clone of John Wayne and Elvis. I'm a scientific matrix grid in the early phases of being inserted into an extermination system.
Okay, you can't go wrong with a meme of Alex Jones. Oh yeah, we saw this. But I don't think we saw this one. Oh! I see you just melted your computer. How unfortunate. I wish that didn't happen, but apparently it did. Oh no! Our table! It's broken! We are soaring high in the sky, and where? Oh, where are we supposed to go? Alright. We got a bunch of stuff here. Anyone here that Roblox stock tanked this week? And there was just seethe and cope across the world. I don't know what that was. It's a bunch of goofy ass shapes floating around. Oh, and of course the windows are not perfectly clear. They're just tiles stacked on the side, like Lego. Should have seen that coming. So, now what? Oh, it's already derailed. I think it's funny how the horn just keeps going like the flat line to one of those echocardiogram things you see in the hospital. CSX train passes by in Roblox Georgia roleplay. What makes Oh, that's it. Nothing exceptional here. Alright. Let's see. Come on, come on. Go to channel, copy link address. Ooh, we got another post status. Anything else here? Oh, I don't think I saw this one. Shorts. Anything in shorts? No. Playlists? No, of course. Posts. Do I get aura for this? I would certainly hope so. Yeah, I've seen this on Pinterest as well. Batter the 040T. My wall of prized possessions and achievements. And I think this is from a last stream.
Ryan, look out!
I would say or ask if it was a little too soon for something like this, but I don't know, deserved. Oh. Yeah, I think you broke it. Yeah. Let's take a closer look at this. I want to say this is a static display of a big boy, and it is 4884 I-68 for some reason. And it's number 4012. Looks to be in pretty decent condition, all things considered. Yeah, this one's a classic. I keep seeing this on Pinterest and I can't not see it. It always shows up when I'm trying to look for cursed trains. But this one, of course, is 69.
Nice.
This one's number 5, and the one at the bottom, which for some reason is just called BS. Ooh, funny funnels. I completely forgot. There's some funny funnels here. Like, this one looks funny. This one looks funny. It's time to spin the wheel. Round and round the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Panther. Do I actually have that on my soundboard? Or did I get rid of it? I think I lost it when I had my computer die on me. Oh well. Yeah, signals. Okay, yeah, this signal's just awfully wrong. Also oddly phallic shaped. Like, this is what it should vaguely look like. Keyword being vaguely. Ooh, 9-hour version. Oh, no, wait, this is the 1-hour version. But apparently there's a 9-hour version of it. Oh, and I've already been there before. How curious. Next up, we got another funny funnel with batter. Yeah, I can see the dent now. Oh dear. Let me zoom out a bit so we can see some more. And it's got a goofy lantern in the back that's almost as massive as some of the wheels, strangely enough. And the tiny little headlamp in the front. There's a certain degree of whimsy here that I very much appreciate that I don't think I have seen yet. Also kind of goofy how in the drivers, the counterweight is not on the exact opposite side of where the pin goes through. Also very sharp hook down here. It's like the hash slinging slasher. So we got Transformers. We've got a Pennsylvania locomotive, which I really can't make sense of. Welcome, enjoy your stay. I don't know who that is. We got some of our goofy classics, as well as some less familiar faces. And we got this Cursed Thomas, number 7 for some reason. A Lifelike 040 Union Pacific, kind of like the one I have, though I think I broke mine on accident because I'm dumb. And a Santa Fe, I want to say 280 consolidation, but it might be a 282 Mikado. Super B again. Okay. I think that's about everything, unless somebody has any other suggestions for what they want me to look at. I swear I have to adjust the settings here. Expression sensitivity, let's bring that down a bit. Okay. Hopefully this works. Yeah, this is way better. Way better, way better. Oh, I guess we can look at that. If I can help it. Also, is this... Yeah, it's playing. The sound is playing.
Hamster.
Oh, right. I should have looked at this before if I hadn't already. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for it, though. Now that I actually think about it, I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to be.
So, Daisy, why you wanted to talk to me again?
I wanted to talk to you about Rivers Crossing. It's been really annoying people there since it is the most place trains come through.
Okay.
By the way, who did that voiceover? Please don't tell me the dog's voice is AI. If it's like regular text-to-speech, that's understandable, have a nice day, but I'm trying to avoid slop as best as I can. What was the other thing I was supposed to be looking at? Union Pacific 3995
Hamster.
Restoration 2026.
I want to thank all of our supporters and donors for their continued support of our project. Without supporters like you, we can't do projects like this on the 3985. So if you'd like to donate or you'd like to volunteer your time or contribute in other ways, feel free to visit our website and we would be more than happy to take you in. Because of your continued support and contributions, we are able to share progress updates like this. So one of our significant progress updates with the Union Pacific 3985 between January and now, when you're seeing this video, our RHMA crew and staff have actually installed the tubes and flues inside of the Union Pacific 3985. And so what the tubes and flues do is that it allows exhaust gases from the firebox to expel into the smoke box and is ejected out of the stack. It's a crucial part in the hydrostatic tests in sealing the boiler of the locomotive, and our RHMA crews have been working very diligently to make these tubes and flues process go as quickly and as smoothly as possible. And so now we're happy to announce that the tubes and flues of 3985 have been installed and have been beaded over and seal welded successfully and are now prepped and ready for a hydrostatic test. As I mentioned previously, one of the biggest challenges with steam locomotive restoration is you can't just go to the parts store and get parts for your steam engine. So we combat that by creating our own parts. This is an example here by the Pennsylvania Railroad T1 Trust, and in partnership with them we were able to create this, which is the Nathan 4000 injector. What an injector is, it is a device that uses the Venturi effect to inject water inside of the boiler of the steam locomotive to maintain the correct water level. And the Nathan 4000 has not been manufactured since the 1940s. And so the Pennsylvania T1 Trust, RRHMA, along with various other locomotive restoration projects, have worked together in order to create the brand new casting for the Nathan 4000 injector. There's additional video attached on our website and also on the Pennsylvania Railroad T1 Trust page. And we can't thank enough Valve Troll in Ohio and Huffman Machining for creating this marvelous piece of equipment that will one day be used to inject water into the 3985. Another crucial part of the 3985 is the tender for the 3985. This is what's known as a centipede tender. It's known for multiple axles across one frame with a wide range of lateral that allows it to navigate corners. They were built to go fast and to go straight across many, many miles of open terrain. And so this is the tender that is...
I am very curious, however, as to how having so many wheels ensures that it's actually able to maintain speed. Like, I would think that would just be another point of friction.
It's equipped behind 3985. And so our job is to rebuild it from the ground up. And so this tender, when we received it, was originally from the Union Pacific 4015, which is a 4884 big boy. And so that big boy, along with many others, had millions of miles on it. And so through RRHMA's investigations, there's a lot of wear and tear on these tenders. And so we've gone through with each and every brake pin and bushing. Every item has to be carefully inspected to make sure it is within operating spec and is safe for us to take on the railroad. And so one of the big things with that as well is to be able to balance modern technology and old technology as well. And so the tender in particular was a encased roller bearing type that was serviced via grease. And so we in turn at RRHMA have converted those to sealed roller bearing axles to ensure a long life with those axles and to ensure that we can take the Challenger wherever we want with no issues whatsoever. And so we've carefully created adapter plates to go in each one of the bearing boxes to allow for us to directly fit those brand new axles underneath the 3985. One of the significant parts of a steam locomotive is being able to manage and read your water level. And so recently, Union Pacific 3985's water glasses and water columns were recently rebuilt and reassembled on the locomotive. And this is crucial for a hydrostatic test because it allows us crew members to monitor this on the ground and be able to monitor anything for leaking around this area so we can prep that for a steam test in the coming months. Along with the Pennsylvania Railroad T1 Trust's Nathan 4000 injector, we've also been working with them to work on other parts for the locomotive, likewise the blowdown valve here. The Union Pacific 3985 is equipped with 5 blowdown valves, 2 air-powered ones on the rear end of the firebox, 2 manually controlled ones on the front end of the firebox, and 1 belly blowdown valve caught on the first course of the locomotive. And through expert machining and manufacturing and new castings by the Pennsylvania Railroad T1 project, RRHMA was able to acquire 5 brand new blowdown valves that are a 100% direct fit to the original that are now equipped on Union Pacific 3985. Along with our monumental list of tasks that are required to rebuild the front engine unit of the 3985, we also have to look at some of the other appliances that are still on the locomotive. So this one in particular, this is called the lateral centering device, and this was something that RRHMA staff recently got done rebuilding and reconstructing. So how it works is inside here you have a plate in the middle, and it's in the plate there's 2 springs on both sides, and both of those springs compress on these outer parts here, and they allow the front engine unit to sit center on the locomotive boiler. And so RRHMA completely disassembled the centering device, replaced the springs, and serviced the inside portion because it's a non-serviceable item, and we reassembled it and put it back together, and that is one of the major milestones completed as far as the front engine repair and reinstallation for the 3985. With the completion of the tube installation of the 3985, we can now focus our attention at RRHMA to a hydrostatic test and the rebuilding and rehabilitation of our front engine unit for the 3985. And so this is going to be a monumental undertaking, but No task is too big. So if you'd like to contribute to us and you'd like to volunteer or show your support in multiple ways, visit rrhma.com or email us at info@rrhma.com and find out any different ways that you can get involved.
I was hoping I'd see a little bit more, but all we got to see were just some B-roll bits with primed metal surfaces. But yeah, I just copy that, paste it here, in case anyone's interested. Oh, that's a goober if I've ever seen one. Ooh, and they have one of the DD-A40Xs. Liberty Rocket is what she said. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here. There's equipment. Oh, they have a Metro right here as well. And the 3985, which is being restored. And did I say DD40AX or whatever? I meant to say DD40X. I always wanted one of these in HO scale. I've got a DD35, but it's not exactly the same because it doesn't have a safety cab. But I just like it because it's goofy. You almost never see locomotives with 4-axle trucks. But what does Frisco 1522 look like? Oh, none of them survived? Let's see. St. Louis, San Francisco, 1522. Was this in Train of Thought's video about the Freedom Train a few weeks back? I have a strange feeling it is. Train brakes. Must have been a different one. Only mentions of 76 are for a book, which doesn't really help. But anyway, I think that's our cue to head back to the main attraction, which is Curse Trains from Train of Thought's Discord! Yippee! Go check out Train of Thought's YouTube channel. Go check out his Discord. Go check out his Twitter at Train Facts Guy. Though preferably we try to avoid the Twitter because Twitter is Twitter. The links of these things and more are in the description down below. If you agree to the rules, you can submit your own cursed trains. Well, I would say you could, but right now the channel's broke. So understandable, have a nice day. But we'll still be able to enjoy the remainder of what's here while they get that fixed. Oh my goodness. What have I missed? Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was the 6-7. I think this is where we wrapped up. Okay, this is where we left off. So yeah, I don't know what they were thinking when they created this, but if I got a nickel for every single time mechanical engineers thought it was a good idea to have a piston whose forward and back stroke power the driver simultaneously in both directions, I'd have a few nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened that many times. Because, like, it's squat, it's massive wheels, it's all the proportions are off. It's all goofy. Oh, was that the case? I was not familiar with what it was today.
Hamster.
I didn't know it was that anniversary. I know it's another cursed day that I'm not exactly sure I want to go into. Let's see. 3P51 posted 1 and 2. I don't know how to explain this. No worries, it's a repost. Let's see. Number 3 is headlight. 4 is a public service to us all. I salute as I see. As I see Ferdinand burned to death. This is AI, but it's so egregious that I just had to. This is somehow a real book. And last but not least, in a dish. So yeah. We are going to skip the AI slot because that's against the rules on the Discord. So yeah, it was number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Poopy Train by Ryan and Miles Sobek. Illustrated by Abigail Hicks. Everything about this just feels so fundamentally wrong. And we got ourselves one of those electronic bells, I think. Very phallic, of course. And why he's so big? Why he lantern so big? Too big for he got dang smoke box store. We got Dionys with the Erie Railway Weed Killer, which is being very aggressive as it burns everything in its path. I don't think it's doing a particularly good job of it, though, because I can still see the weeds here, and they look completely unfazed. Unless it's supposed to be going from the right of the image to the left of the image, and not from the left to the right. Actually, now that I think about it, the flow of the smoke would suggest that it's going from right to left, so I should have seen that coming. Oh, air whistle. Even weirder. Captain Hades posted, that's a very underwhelming horn. I don't know, it seems fine to me. I feel like this is Cape Gauge. Just a feeling. Pear posted this. Goofy locomotive. A little melee of some sort with a curious plow in the front. Actually, we saw a funny funnel earlier, so I was supposed to spin the wheel. I forgot to mention that. Let's spin! No, 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 no! Me. I hate this one so much, but it was so easy to make. Oh well. Off to the void, I guess. And VC Face did not miss a beat. Okay. I return. Tallulah Falls fan 75 posted General Electric switcher at the Vermont train museum, I want to say.
Hamster.
Glen Lynn plant. It is strange looking, but it's not the strangest thing out there. Hey Glenbrook, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is what happens when Ubisoft gets its grubby hands on my assets. Oh, Virginia Museum of Transportation. Yeah, that makes more sense. That makes way more sense. Thank you very much for that clarification. But yeah, this is kind of a joke avatar that I can switch to from the Wheel of Punishment. And for those who don't know, the joke is that Ubisoft is very incompetent when it comes to their graphics, to the point where there are glitches that will have entire textures just vanish, especially of the body variety. So you just see a disembodied set of teeth, a tongue, and some eyes. Anyway, we got Tallulah Falls again with the most normal logging doohickey. That is a classic repost if I've ever seen one. Frank the Fox Demon posted the 50th of the Twitter Living History series. The date is July 21st, 1926. The Fremantle Bridge collapses in Australia just after a train crosses over. Miraculously, nobody is injured. Oh, that's actually kind of impressive. So yeah, I guess this is what it's supposed to look like during routine operation, and oh. It basically gave up on the last leg. Oh, and it just kept going. Oh my goodness. I think that's enough segments. I think that's enough segments that have fallen into the river. That escalated quickly. Look, when I thought that the bridge was out, I didn't think it was going to be this far out. But yeah, TLDR, 100 years ago, on the 22nd of July 1926, the railway bridge in North Fremantle collapsed. Shortly after 1:12 p.m., train from Fremantle to whatever had traveled over the bridge. A crack was discovered in the abutment. Realizing that the abutment would be set away, the master of the harbor tender, Reliance, George Henderson, alerted a group of gangers working on the track. They immediately sent news to the Fremantle station to warn the station master. A goods train had just left Fremantle and was approaching the bridge when the flagman arrived just in time. About 94 feet of the northern embankments in one span of both the 50-foot up and down bridge spans washed away, leaving the rails and sleepers swinging suspended in the air. With the collapse of the bridge, Fremantle was cut off from direct rail communication with Perth, but arrangements were made to convey goods traffic via the Spearwood to Armadale line, and passenger trains were run to and from North Warp to connect with ferry services. Repairs continued until the single line working could commence on the 12th of October 1926, which was pretty quick for them to repair, and the bridge was later replaced with a new concrete and steel bridge further upstream in 1964. I don't remember that episode, to be honest. I should probably go catch up on the series. Captain Hades with the Chesapeake and Ohio 080s, which were pretty goofy. And I kind of agree. Like, the collar for the coal bunker is so much taller than the rest of the tender. There's the lack of pilot wheels. There's all these little greebles over here. Oh, and for some reason the smoke box door is asymmetrical. It's on one side versus the other instead of perfectly in the center. Oops.png. Have we seen this one before? It looks familiar, but I don't think specifically this one has actually, you know, been posted yet. We've seen some others, but I don't think we've seen them stacked 3 rolling stock pieces tall. Yeah, standard gauge K27. Big Tractor from Odini B. Oh, and this is from an Argentine train fan and Captain Hades and so on and so on and so on. Or was I? Okay, so Big Tractor from Odini B. And that is a train of all time. With a tractor as the locomotive, because of course I could. And if that's not a funny funnel, I don't know what is. So we're just gonna have to spin that wheel again. Bread! Bread. Look at me. I am bread. Mark that is done, and we will head on to the next one. Ooh! What is Lionel doing, bruh? And it's Jimothy's trash removal services. With Jimothy, the viral raccoon that has that weird spinal condition that shortens the spinal column. I really should be more privy to this meme, but it has just come to my attention in the last 48 hours. And it's from the Michigan Rail fan. I need to go see Jimothy. Internet meme. Started in 2025. Boy, have I been under a rock. His short, unusual rounded shape, likely the result of a spinal deformity, led him to becoming a viral internet sensation in July of 2026. Okay. Animal experts believe Jimothy was born with a spinal deformity reported to be or resemble short spine syndrome, a disorder seen in dogs and more rarely other mammals. Jimothy is likely healthy for his species and appears to have no issues of mobility or pain. And they're not going to show me any images? I guess we can go check out this MSN article, which I have put in a separate tab for operational security purposes just in case.
What am I looking at?
The perfect timing of the hamster. Oh my goodness. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. You might not like this, but this is what peak male performance looks like. Oh, nope. Nope. Didn't want to go there. Looks maxing. I don't want to hear it. I already have enough of an idea of what looks maxing does to people. I think Clavicle accidentally made himself sterile because he was using so much steroids. Dionys posted this, and they said Heisler Diesel instead of Hazler Diesel. Oh, it's supposed to be Hazel or Diesel. Yeah, I think we've seen
It messed the door up a little. It messed the door up a little. It crowned it. It'll be fine.
But yeah, I need to give y'all a good look at this, so I'm just gonna hide the chat for a sec. Just look at this thing. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but, you know, modern problems require modern solutions. Let's see. 3P51 at it again with Robotnik will love this one. And it's just Pingus. Snooping as usual. Oh, you have some pictures, but they are not cursed. Just some creations you made. Sure thing, Sans Hero. By the way, welcome to the stream. Let's see, Captain Hades posted POV, you try to fit in with the cool kids. I can see it. I can see it. I know we've seen something like this before, but I can see the vibe. It's like got a puffed up leather jacket collar and everything. That's the vibe I get from this. Then we got to the Northward Rail post here, which has this very cursed Thomas for one reason or another, and this diesel locomotive of like 1/12 scale or something like that.
Hamster.
We got Phantom Heart DXP with... Oh, you can't type 4. Yeah, this is a big yikes for me. All of this just completely collapsed. And now it looks like a roller coaster. And I'm pretty sure it rides as rickety as one, too. You can see some of the remnants of what used to be the ramp / bridge, I think, here. I don't know how it was able to climb such a steep gradients, but that's not for me to find the solution for. I cannot be asked. Tallulah Falls Fan 75 with the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe compound 210-2s. They were the first 210-2s ever made, and apart from being or having big cylinders, they look quite nice. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And it's got such a tiny little tender. Why he's so tiny? He got such a big appetite. Oh, and it's got the goofy compound cylinders, just like they said. How did I forget that? And here's some blokes just kind of looking off to the side. You're supposed to look at the camera, you know? I understand if there was a good reason not to. Oh, and there's this dude here as well. And here it is on a turntable. It's familiar, but it's novel at the same time. I can't put my finger on it. Oh no, they didn't say compound cylinders. They just said they were big cylinders. But I can't imagine them not being compound. Don't ask me why, I just do. But I do really want to confirm that. Okay, evolve the United States, decapod of the Atchison, Topeka, Santa Fe. There are existing 210-2 tandem compound locomotives used as pushers up Raton Pass. So yeah, that is a compound piston arrangement of the tandem variety. Because this is what you normally expect it to look like, at least in Europe. And here's one in Mozambique. So yeah, it says Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Tandem Compound 210-2. So that assessment was correct. And it's of the tandem variety. I learn something new every day, or just get reminded of something that I forgot about. Never forget. Safety is their number. How do you count again? I'm concerned, says O'Denny B. Oh. Look, I could totally understand grabbing onto the back up here, but down here, that's just an OSHA manual caught fire. That's what happened with this image. An OSHA manual in its close proximity ignited, even though it is a photograph of something that happened centuries before. I'm sorry, not centuries. Decades before OSHA was even a thing. Anyway, off to Tallulah Falls again with the Southern Railway heavyweight. Cosmetically turned into a streamlined lightweight. Oh, that's interesting. Knickerbocker, it says, and there's steam jutting out of it from, I assume, a steam generator. Because there's lightweight Pullmans, and then there's lightweight Streamliner cars, and then there's heavyweight Pullmans. And they look like completely different things. And it's... Oh, by the way, hi, 3P, 1151, welcome to the stream. But yeah, what's weird about this is just the fact that it's a fusion of two different contradictory things. Something that's supposed to be big, rugged, and heavy, and luxurious, versus something that's supposed to be suave, sleek, and fast. While still kind of maintaining a certain degree of luxury. But just not the sort of, like, 19th century regal kind of luxury. Let's see, Northward Rail 30 posted this one. I do not like this. Just reminds me of that box car from Lehman Grossbahn. I know it's a hopper car, a covered hopper car for like foodstuffs, but you get the point. Oh, yeah. The channel was closed due to technical difficulties, according to one of the mods. So yeah, this is from York.
Hamster.
Seems like a pretty innocuous fellow. Though I think it's weird that the rods don't connect to the front driving axle externally, like they do here. England, built in the USA. England is my city. That is the first thing that comes to mind. Northward Rail at it again with wheel slips and wheel brakes. Oh.
Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you confuse me for. If I could see someone who knew me or someone who knew me for my go to church on Sunday.
Yeah, this is so getting claimed. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, this slip. But I don't think I'm doing it exactly justice on account of the fact that I'm kind of in the way and the chat's in the way, so just gonna try replaying that. It just derails in place. It's going nowhere fast. And we got ourselves a classic incident and another classic incident. I really want to have that clip of the recreation of, what was it? It was around here somewhere. This thing! From Richard Trebethick. I want so badly to see and save this clip in the best quality I could possibly find it. And then incorporate that song from the meme, because I know it's around here somewhere. I think I have it saved on my playlist. Oh my goodness. From Harris, it's a fantasy scheme of a British Railways locomotive in Santa Fe livery. 00 scale, no less, because of course they did. Why wouldn't they? And because it's an American livery on a British loco, though not technically Photoshop, it still warrants spinning the wheel.
Hamburger.
Mark that as done. One hour of silence interrupted by hamburger. Yeah, we may as well be. I want something very novel. It's just there isn't anything new. No, I can't. I just can't. I have to find something else. One hour of silence, occasionally broken up by groan tube. I should probably add that to the wheel. Occasionally interrupted by Roblox cheeseburger sound. I guess this works.
Cheeseburgers.
Okay, maybe not. Oh, yeah, that... Why am I not surprised? Use the hee-hee one instead of... I really don't want to. I really, really don't want to. I'm so sorry.
Hamburger.
Maybe for a sub, I don't know. Oh, and I need to bring the chat back. There we go. Because it's Michael Jackson. Like, would have been perfectly fine if it was like, I don't know, pre-Pepsi Michael Jackson. But his reputation has been absolutely tarnished. For reasons. Is the music good? if memory serves. But I don't know. I can't muster up the wherewithal. Anyway, where was I? Don't you know what Michael Jackson was accused of twice? If I got a nickel for every single time he went to trial for something like that, I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's problematic that it happened twice. My brain is empty. No thoughts. But you want me to do my own research? Sure, I'll do my own research. Uh,
Hamster.
This I am not privy to. Just doing due diligence.
Hamburger.
Well, I mean, that's different from... That is way, way, way different from the charges that are filed. Like, how do I explain this and articulate what I'm thinking?
Hamster.
The FBI has done many things. But that is like... I think that's even a bridge too far for the FBI in the 90s. And I guess that says a lot considering what was going on at the time.
Hamburger.
Let's see. Lawsuits, settlement, closure of investigation, further allegations. Ooh, timeline. I don't know what square one is. I'm gonna have to go look that up. Oh, I see, I see. Investigative documentary by Danny Wu, focusing on the 1993 case, showcases statements from trial witnesses, Jackson's nephew, and legal assistant to attorney Barry Rothman in 1993. Now, this is news to me. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to dig deeper then. Oh boy. This is not the kind of rabbit hole I was looking forward to. Well, I mean, is a person not able to do a lot of good and also a lot of bad at the same time?
Hamburger.
I'm still very curious how someone in the 30s would be easily targetable, but that's not for me to decide. Anyway, I think we need to move on. We've completely been derailed. Let's see. Frank the Fox Demon. The Centurion Estates of Bagnell, number 2675. Mauritius, 1943. Only one was produced. Work numbers 2675
Hamburger.
of the WG Bagnell was a small 060T tank locomotive with a gauge of 800 millimeters or 2 feet 7.5 inches. It may have been ordered by Frank Ross and Company for plantation work on the Saint Anton Estate in Port Louis in Mauritius. The same design was offered to a number of customers with the option to modify several dimensions. Its drivers measured roughly less than 2 feet, and the cylinders had a diameter of 8.5 inches. 8.5 inches? And the chimney was fitted with spark arresting apparatus to reduce the fire risk at the plantation. With full supplies, the locomotive weighed 10.5 tons. I don't know what it is, he's just kind of friend-shaped. Is it goofy? Yes. Very much so. But I'm not sure what else to say. What I can say is that the last post, I think, was from me. CGI rendering of Broadway Limited Imports 2027 release of The Big Boy with American Freedom Train 250 fantasy scheme. When I first saw this, I was like, oh boy, what have they done? What have they gotten themselves into? I just wish they had used a brighter blue. Because, like, when I think of the American flag... Oh, it is that dark. Gosh dang it. I don't know who in their infinite wisdom thought it was a good idea to make it, like, the darkest navy blue. Because I'm, like, used to seeing it a little bit brighter. But maybe I'm just misremembering.
Hamburger.
And yeah, that's the end of the line. Taesun posted attention due to the technical difficulties. This area is closed until further notice. We apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your understanding. Thank you. And Borkus replies, yeah, what happened is an old buddy of mine was hosting cursed signalmen on his server. We kinda grew apart as friends, and his servers went down after a power outage after multiple years running unbothered. And there was no automatic restart in my script. I'm hosting with a different friend, and I actually remembered to use cron tab this time. Should be up shortly. Cat smiley.
Hamster.
This is about the end. Oh, you changed the music. I just got baited into another. 3P, please. Please. Also, you might want to actually stick that not on stream highlights, because that's Train of Thought's stream highlights, not my stream highlights. I don't want you to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. And that sort of thing, because this ain't my Discord. I should probably make a Discord someday. But I'm not particularly competent at that. And then everybody could post to their heart's content. Hoping that there aren't a bunch of things that get spammed. Anyway, platform 3, was it? Or was it 2? Guess where I'm at. Tallulah Falls. Oh yeah, very much for copyright reasons. Like, I'm just gonna get in even more trouble. Like, you should have seen how many claims I got on last week's stream, and I have to manually remove every soundbite one at a time because I can't do them all at once for some reason. Interesting. Okay, so the train, of course. Scream if you like.
The Milwaukee Road.
Oh, it's in 4? Okay, just wanted to make sure. Still saw some interesting goodies here, too.
Hamster.
So yeah, we got...
Hamburger.
Sans right here. Is this Hightail? Because it doesn't look like a one-to-one for Minecraft. No, it's Minecraft with mods. For some reason, the textures here just made me think Hightail instead. Because there's a certain degree of extra detail that Hightail has compared to Minecraft. And you can kind of see it in the assets here too. Like the tracks and whatnot. That's not to say that there aren't mods that have lots of intricate details and higher polygon counts. But, I don't know. Just something about this just screamed hightail to me for some reason. I do think it's curious. Oh, and that was it. Current collection of legendary Pokemon. Anything else fancy here? This just looks funny to me. Anyway. Yeah, apparently the event that I thought I was going to attend was on Sunday, not Saturday, and I hadn't... I should have looked first before making the announcement. My apologies, Evan. What else was I going to do? Because there were some things that I know people wanted me to probably see. But at the same time, we're almost hitting 2 hours. Okay. I'm not saying that you're defending such and such a kind of person. I totally understand where you're coming from. There's just so much ambiguity that I've experienced in my lifetime to where I don't want to take a side. That's not to say that an accusation and guilt are the same thing. Obviously, they're not. But I know that at the same time, a lot of people have to go out of their way to file charges or to report things, etc., etc. I need to look into this deeper, I swear to God. So yeah, there was, I think, what was I supposed to see? Evan, was there anything you wanted me to look at on your channel? I know that there are some things that were requested earlier. What was it called?
Hamburger.
Why can't I remember? Yeah, I can't. My brain just can't. I'm so hungry. Like, today is scuffed enough as it is. I don't want to have to delve any deeper, like... But yeah, I was hoping to end things on a much higher note. But... I guess that's all she wrote, you know? So... I still want to thank everybody for stopping by, at least, just to say hello. Didn't mean to start the fire, so to speak. But, yeah. I will be back next week, assuming that there are more things that have been posted.
That's pretty good.
Apparently it's an anniversary for Five Nights at Freddy's. Apparently it's also Vor Day, International Vor Day, for some reason. And, this, that, and the other. Very surreal times we live in right now. Very surreal. And I would know. I'm a disembodied avatar with bread on their face. Or non-existent face. At the moment. But yeah. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. And until then, take care. Stay awesome. Stay true to yourself. And remember to never give up. Don't forget that streams are only made possible through the engagement and contributions of folks like you. And I thank you for that. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe with notifications, add it to your favorites playlist. You can contribute as a super chat, though preferably the Stream Elements link is more direct. Oh yeah, that's totally understandable. I will need to take a look at that documentary though, to get into the nitty-gritty details and all that. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, super chats welcome. Stream Elements donations preferred because YouTube takes a cut of super chats. You can sub for 99 cents a month. You can contribute an equal amount or a little bit more over at patreon.com as a patron if you want to. These and other things are in the description down below, along with the link to Train's Discord and his YouTube channel. I think it's Twitter as well. I forgot. Anyway, that'll be it for tonight. And yeah, you'll have a nice rest of your weekend and a nice rest of the next week. Bye.